Yeah.
Ravens, no, we have one more push at this, and then we have to cut our losses. And if you cut it too early, Ravens trying to do this through garage, and at least for now it works.
But Super's able to get the 3. Metals right there to help again. I mean, when Metals fries like this Miami team looks like a totally different monster. 16-4 on 5 in a row. And
It's not a moment where the Heretics need to panic, need to invest this Hellstorm potentially to try to break this. No, you can forfeit this and just try to dominate that mid-map presence.
Rancor just hits a water out. That will get the back 10 seconds. Lurks is thinking about it, but the teamwork has not really showed up yet for Carolina. You need to take a breath. You need to get yourself set up and try to establish something as a 4-man squad. It looks like they'll do that here, trying to play the exits from 4 into the new time at 1. Lurks will get the opener. Metals held back and now going to be tested, but with the way he's shooting, he's going to take that shell all day long.
Yeah, Miami are just a different beast when they are playing ahead, man. Controlling the pacing of the game, allowing gunfights to come to them. And so far, the Ravens, they were able to keep up the slaying on Colossus, but this one is another map where it relies heavily on your communication. Nox sitting at 4 and 12, Lurk sitting at 6 and 10. You lose 2 key rotos to 2 money hills, you need to fix it on the second set.
You sure do. 30 seconds left on P1. Metals in the best position to potentially influence how the minimap looks at the moment as he tries to make his way through open hall. Exceed once again, like you call, that switchblade. He's trying to move quickly around the backside, but that's now a read from Miami that we can just play through well. We can play through top spiral. It's just Lurks, last one left. Exceed trying to make up the ground here as we rotate over towards 2. Lurks able to find 1, and now he's got to finesse his life. Help on the way through well side.
Yeah, he's got to continue to fight, man. His hands are going to be full. He's dancing. He's stalling out time, but you could have taken this one-on-one gunfight because all of the rest of Miami are going to be playing tight in towards the HP. A long route being developed here from Rencor, so you have to hit this with some pace because your teammate is yet to spawn on in, and that's not going to allow you to get the indication that they have flipped you out.
Yeah, Carolina will get in for the time for now. That nade doesn't get where it's intended to go for Exceed. He's able to get the regen, but yeah, it's a route for Rencor that he spawns into and says, thank you very much. My teammates are in the hard point. They just need to stay alive, and it works out beautifully. Miami regrowing their lead.
And Rencor continues to shine, man. On 4 in a row. Been a pale hot player for the Heretics.
Big.
But this is a big moment here for the Ravens through the front door, able to break in. And now you're forcing Miami to be in an uncomfortable spot. You're still pushed out towards the backside. Even with the spawns, you can still flood your way through the floodgates. This is going to be their final 15, but the spawns are still scattered as hell.
Yeah, and this is just Real. He's trying to find an exit. He's going to get overwhelmed. So it's going to lead to a rotation win here for Miami by default, but because the P2 is still open, oh my gosh, Real is going to spawn, and then Exceed spawns behind him, but they never saw each other until they meet at mid-lobby. So now Miami will have the numbers. They're getting the shuts down from Metals. Even though you do get one more spawn for Carolina, Miami have the perfect read at it.
Yeah, and this is the game right here. If you do not get any time off with this P3, Metals has been able to keep that Hellstorm in the back pocket going into the next P4. You're up by 80, and it's still growing. This break is taking so long, and a teammate isn't going to help. That's 3 for 1. Final 30 seconds. All of the Ravens spawning out besides 1 player. And this game is just getting out of hand.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's going to be 182 to 81. Yikes. Not great news here for Carolina. Super still dancing on the top of the rock wall. Able to find the last bullet needed for Exceed. And if this scrap time goes the way of Miami, yeah, I mean, this game's just
GG.
Completely over. You still have a Hellstorm.
Yeah, you play to the very end of that final 10 seconds, guarantee it. And now, even if you're going to lose the rotation, this is where you have to bail out Hellstorm to give you the best opportunity here. A team kill isn't going to help, but Metal still has his. Rencor
35 seconds to play here on the hard point. And Carolina are going to have to try to do this the old-fashioned way by hitting straight from the front. Good opener from Lurks, who's had a bit of a slower map. Nox could be said on the same wavelength, but okay, Carolina, good clean break.
It's just hard to have a good map when you're losing every key rotation to all the money hills. The gunfights are just a lot more difficult on the side of the Ravens than it is for Miami. They're going to be able to breach over that 100-point mark, but it's still a tall ladder to climb because Miami, they can continue to just chap away. Final 3 seconds, I'll take it. All right, final 15, I'll take it. They only need 33 points.
All right, we know what we say here. Got to play perfect COD for Carolina. Otherwise, we're going to go to 5. Lurks gets one, not the second. Hardpoint still open for now at Fountain. As Carolina are still trying to work the hallways at the moment. Nice shots from Fire, who's starting to put together a second rotation. That's really nice. Nox follows behind that. Numbers for Carolina, who can finally get into the hardpoint.
Step 1 done. You dominate mid-hallways. Right now, you're the team soaking up this time. You're cutting the deficit little by little. If you can chain this ending of this 20 seconds over to a P2 rotation, that is the perfect moment for you, but this is why the leader's advantage is one hell of a thing.
Yeah.
You can play it super patient, you can hit extreme long routes, and if your frags are finding opening kills, that can lead to the final 15 seconds going your way. They keep on just chopping away this score. Now only need less than 30.
And Metals will even get a stun to land. Super trying to follow up on that kill, but Metals will beat him to it. And the rotation win is going to be here. Nox able to find a couple. Real trying to find the trade, but will not be able to. Rencor was the one who eventually gets the pick, and that's right as Miami spawn on up. So now 236 to 120, and this has to be it for Carolina. You got to find a way to break on in from the front. Here comes the hit. Rencor gets the first 2. Exceed is low. Nox able to give you another on this pinch route through Trophy, and that will be enough for Carolina to, well, I thought maybe get back in for one more contest, but it's not going to happen. Clean map for Miami.
That's what Hacienda does for them. The Miami Heretics.
Viper's going to have to assist this play because you just don't have Real here anymore. Renkor's in trouble. He gives up Zig. He does get away to keep his life, but that's a lot of map now given away.
And Ravens are going to forfeit this launcher control. We have a 4v3, no need to rush anything, but now everyone is rallying towards the backside. You get this bomb planted, we're going to bombard you with the pressure, and the only one that's watching it is a sniper pistol, so they're just going to send it.
Yeah. Laundry control in question. Knocks able to find Metals on the exit from the bomb plant, and now he can work on this player on the flank. Renkor able to get the clean shutdown. Super repositioning, puts himself into a spot to be a